So far, the crew has cleared every hurdle naysayers have placed in their way. Columbus would be home to one of the 10 inaugural teams. Columbus has outperformed much larger cities. The true success indicator has been from the fans. Well, it's going out.
Hello, welcome to the club. This is Mars, and you're listening to the Upper 90 Club, a roundtable podcast where five friends discuss the remaining moments of the Columbus Crew's season.
Cinco amigos.
Regular season, I should say. We've got
That's five.
One more game at home, and then we'll see what happens after that. We know there's going to be a postseason, so I'm looking forward to talking about that.
That one game?
Could be more. Could be more. We'll talk about it. And when I say we, I mean Ben, Mort, Trey, and Haas. Say, hey, guys.
We're going to say tip of the hat.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, everybody.
Hello. 1-1.
Jones.
I'm looking forward to talking about the Orlando game. We've got our thoughts and players. We'll read the internet. We got a rundown. We got a big race coming up here in a couple weeks.
And no one's hurt.
No one's hurt. Everyone is in
I'm hurt.
Peak condition. Are you hurt? What are we gonna
do?
Can I push you in one of those stroll, like a baby stroller, like a jogger?
I went to the zoo today, and you can rent like a scooter has like a horse over it, or like a dinosaur, or like different animals. So that would be
all
great.
Right, so I'll push you in one of those. Okay. What else are we gonna do? We'll do our predictions review. We did have a correct prediction here on the pod.
Oh,
And multiple fans.
And
multiple listeners.
Multiple fans. Unfortunately, not multiple goals for the crew.
That's also true. Hey, we can stop and we need to celebrate. We got two things to celebrate. One, Cincinnati did not win the Shield.
Hey!
Yay.
It's like a bronze spoon or something.
Number two is the Queso Prince himself.
Don't jump ahead.
Okay.
We'll talk briefly later about the results of the U.S. Open Cup. How about that?
Mucho importante.
So anyway, good to be back with you guys here. We've got 2 weeks till decision day. We've got next week off with international break. So yeah, we're in the home stretch here, and we'll see how things shake out. And I think we'll kind of talk about some scenarios at some point, either this week or maybe next week. Are we going to do an episode next week?
Yeah, I say we get into it next week.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Mainly get into that next week.
Yep.
That's a whole other, man, so many things.
Okay. All right. So no one was at the game, right? In Orlando.
Flordeca was.
Oh yeah. Represent.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the result was not the same as when we saw him at the Crew 2 Miami 2 game earlier this year.
Well, you can hear him yelling.
Right. Let's jump into it here. Got a lot of updates to our roster and lineup as well. So looking forward to getting into it. Go ahead, Trey.
Hey, what happened?
Facts that could save your life.
All right. Saturday, the 4th of October, Columbus faced off against the Purple and White of Orlando City in front of a reported 21,006 fans. The crew showed a lot of promise as we saw multiple players return from injury stints, leading to a more cohesive on-field product and a return to early season form. Columbus led in many categories, including total shots, shots on target, big chances, accurate passes, shots outside the box, shots inside the box, touches in the Orlando box, and the all-important battle for XG went to the black and gold as Columbus led in 4 of 5 categories and overall with a 3.21 to 0.99.
We're back,
Us.
baby. Woo!
Hit us with those lineups. The crew started with Rossi up top, Lapalainen and Picard behind him, Arfston, Nagby, Shambo, and Herrera across the middle, Amundsen, Zawadski, and Moreira in the back, with Schulte in goal,
Great to see Rossi and Zawadzki back in the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
5th minute, Orlando is forced into an early sub as Jordan Gerber
Pronunciations. Brought to you by the idiots of Upper 90 Club.
appeared to injure his knee going into a tackle on Jambo.
It was like a non-contact injury. I'm pretty sure it was just torn ACL.
It looked pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm a doctor, so I could tell you what it is when I saw it.
Your bet. Yep.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Take Gerbel. 24th minute, Malte Amundsen is shown the yellow for his collision with the Orlando keeper off of the corner kick. Seemed to be a bit aggressive for a yellow. Definitely
it was a foul. Just call it a foul.
So we move forward 8 minutes into the 32nd minute. Hawes.
Goal for Herrera. Crew have a nice spell of possession after a cleared corner. Rossi, Arfston, Picard, Amundsen, Zawadzki, and Shambo are all involved with possessing the ball. The ball ends up with Nagby, and he passes down the left side to Lassie. He dribbles by 2 Orlando players, plays a ball into the box near the 6, and Herrera sneaks around Marin, slides, and gets to the ball first, knocks it into the net. 0-1 Crew.
Good job.
It was a nice hustle play.
All right, we enjoyed this for 2 minutes. 34th minute, Hawes.
Goal for Pasalic. Don't know how to say that. While the broadcast is looking at the benches, Marin wins a ball and comes forward with it. He lays a pass off to Muriel, who shoots from distance, and Schulte makes the save but can't hold on to it. Pasalic stays onside, follows up the shot, beating Arfston and Zawadzki to the ball and knocks it in, ties it up 1-1.
All right, so this takes us into halftime with the game, as Haas said, tied at 1. Coming out of half, the Crew made 1 sub as LU comes on for Lassie.
Come here, boy.
Lapalainen.
Get out of here, boy. We don't love you anymore.
Go on, get.
Go on, get for your own good. It's the end of Harry and the Hendersons now. All right.
That was a sick crossover.
The 63rd minute, Orlando's Alex Freeman is shown a yellow for kicking a leg out at Hugo Picard as he was beaten and was desperate to make a play.
That was a yellow card, and he threw up. He had a
fit.
He was just like, "I'm so sad." I'm like, dude, you threw both legs at him. Like, I don't know. I watched it again, and I was like, what a turd. I kind of like it.
Yeah. So, 72nd minute, Columbus with the sub as they bring on Gasdog for Rossi. 3 minutes later, a Crew subs out Amundsen, and Chaberco enters. And in 90+2, Orlando's Rodriguez is shown a yellow for kicking the ball away, following a poor from-behind tackle on Sean Zawadzki Hughes. This one ends in a 1-1 tie, and Columbus earns a much-needed point on the road as they continue to look to improve their standing in the playoff table. Speaking of tables, Hawes, hit us with that playoff.
Tables. Just tables. Tables. But tables. I can't know how to hear any more about tables.
In the Eastern Conference, we've got your Supporters Shield winner, Philadelphia, in first with 66 points. Cincinnati in second with 62 points. Miami in third with 59. They still have 2 games left. Charlotte in fourth with 56. NYCFC in fifth with 56. Nashville in sixth with 54. Orlando in seventh with 53. Chicago in eighth with 52. And Columbus Crew at the bottom, ninth place with 51 points. Orlando also has 2 games left.
Yeah, they play next weekend during the break, right? Yeah.
Yes.
They do. Yeah, they play on Saturday. Whatever.
Okay, so is there a Cirque
in the house?
My brain, man. This dog
Like a
is throwing
human?
me off.
This is Steve Cirque, and this is a Cirque stat.
SteveCirque.Bluesk on social Blue Sky friends says, that feeling when you can't even win a supremely watered down U.S. Open Cup that was missing all the best MLS teams from it. When you can't win the battle of 6th place teams at home, your lowered ambitions will not be respected. And then there is a picture of what looks like, I didn't realize how bad it actually looks.
Yeah, he looks real bad.
Yeah, another person, Stanklord.Bluesky, which is a great name. I assume it's the president. Says, nice try, Queso Prince. And it looks like a
I'll tell you what it looks
bloated.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you take one and I'll take one.
It looks like he's allergic to bees.
Oh, I was gonna say, like Tucker Carlson botched collagen surgery or something. Like, it's not good. It's not good.
Face?
He looks near death.
It's wild.
It doesn't look real.
Yeah.
He
looks
just look like if you Google water weight, I feel like that's the photo
queso
that
weight,
comes up.
man. It's just all that queso.
He looks like the mean kid from like an animated movie or something like that.
Yes.
It looks like he ate that kid.
Yes. Okay.
But it's great. That's what I was kind of talking about earlier, where Austin lost the U.S. Open Cup at home.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we'll be right back.
A retro-inspired jersey. Yeah, that's not bad. A bootleg. Yeah, that'll do the job. Just for a few washes, probably. Might fit you, might not. But you know what's even better? The real thing. And that's why I started Retro Screamers. Proudly located in Franklinton, Retro Screamers is Ohio's only vintage soccer store. Our store proudly provides a space for die-hard collectors, the general fan community, and those getting into soccer for the very first time. Open most weekends and by appointment during the week, Retro Screamers provides a wide range of jerseys from across the globe, as well as housing unique memorabilia and rare items dating all the way back to the 1960s. More importantly though, the shop is a hub for the local soccer community. A welcoming and inclusive space where people of all backgrounds, identities, and yes, even rival teams can come together to share an appreciation of the greatest sport on earth. If you're interested in checking us out, just visit us online at retroscreamers.com. You can also schedule an appointment to visit the shop there as well. Also, follow us on Instagram at retroscreamers for more updates and availability on all of our new gear. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
We're back. Mort, you said during the break you told us you actually haven't even seen the game yet.
Yeah. I was like, we got to cut this. I don't want people thinking we're not watching the game.
What were you doing, man?
Well, it was kind of an interesting Saturday.
So you're in the hospital, dog. Get out of it the easy way.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They have TVs
somebody
in
died.
hospitals.
No, nobody died.
Yeah, the Minnesota
on Friday,
offensive line
I got told I could get the company tickets for the Buckeye games, so which are really, really nice seats. So I did do that, and then I got really hammered, and then I shut down classics.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
you went.
And then
you went over to Cheers too and shut.
Did you
that
see
down.
all the Westerville North people? Oh no, they went to a different place. I forgot the Westerville North had their all classes reunion, which I guess people are now doing.
Oh really?
Yeah,
all classes.
All classes. So like everybody was supposed to just like meet at the school, walk around the school, then go to the football game.
How else are you gonna hook up with all your old high school people?
You go to the McCoy Center,
man. Bigger pool.
It's like 20 years later and 50 pounds later.
Oh yeah.
No, you just go to the McCoy Center in Hilliard where there's 10 of them standing there, and that's all you have to do is talk to.
Or
10
just go to
people that showed
classes.
up.
Classes is like
it's
where
fun. It's really
I
fun.
know it. People. Every time I'm there, I'm like, I know these people.
Either way, so I saw the text thread. I followed the text thread, so I kind of saw what happened and all that stuff, and it was disappointed with the rest of it. But I was supposed to have like a kind of low-key night and take Finn to the Buckeye game, my son Finn. But he decided to break his hand or like his wrist at his soccer game earlier that day. So I spent all afternoon at like Ohio State.
You're not supposed to use your
urgent
hands.
care
Did
in
you tell him
Dublin.
that joke? Yeah. Yeah,
What?
I beat him to it. Yeah, Neville was like, I had it so hard. I had that.
Ben
that's like the
Ben
perfect
asked
dad
whether
joke.
you told him you can't use your hands. Yeah.
Anybody else skip the crew gaming?
I watched it on my phone with no volume while watching an outdoor showing of Watcher in the Woods.
Is that what you call it now?
What is that?
It's a 1980s Disney.
It's
movie.
called Watched Her in the Woods. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, you watched people in the woods. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got it.
Betty Davis is in it.
All right.
a
Oh,
classic.
now I know what
attention.
it is.
How old is this movie?
1980.
Hey, okay. Speaking of 1980 and speaking of the ending of Harry and the Hendersons,
Cool.
I watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids last night. Pre-game. And they totally do the Harry and the Hendersons thing to the ant. They got the pet ant and they're like ride it for a while and they're like, get out of here. Get out. Go back to your family.
Like crying. Yeah.
Yeah. He later dies by a scorpion sting.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
In a backyard. Yeah. At this point, if you haven't watched it, I watched it when they shrunk down. I was like, my kids are not going to deal with this. Like,
they were totally
CGI
fine till
thing.
the scorpion like just brutally murdered the ant. They
should be
they
like,
actually bring you in to care about the ant, and then the scorpion kills the ant.
Oh, I saw that in the movie theater. Actually,
a scorpion killed my aunt.
Thoughts and players.
Let's not bury the lead here. We said it earlier. Rossi and Zawadzki are back. Your reactions, please.
Instead of losing, we're tying. Let's go.
They looked good. They looked like
the team
strong.
looked good. And I actually watched this game again today because I was like half watching it during the Ohio State game because they didn't have, like I said, like same thing with Haas, except not a movie from 1980, a football game. So almost opposite. I had a hard time being like, all right, we add those two back and we're back to dominating stats. Like, it feels like we should not have been that bad without them. That's my opinion. Like, I don't understand how we lost those two, and it was just like we forgot how to play.
They're part of that spine that we talked about, both of them.
Yeah, Zawadzki back in the back was fantastic. He had multiple solid recoveries.
Rossi's just dangerous, and he didn't. I mean, when he looked strong and confident.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing we're not talking about is we had Rossi back, cool. We had Zawa back, great. But Dag didn't start and started on the bench, and we looked awesome without him, like back to the old ways. And I'm like, they had, Lapalainen up there, and for a while there, both Lapalainen and Arfsten were just like switching. Like Arfsten would run up top, and like Lapalainen went out there, and I liked that dynamic a lot because the defense was getting lost. Like they were like Lapalainen kept finding space and stuff like that, and I was like, well,
apparently without Gazdag, you can get the supporter shield.
Dude, and we'll get to that. But the thing that I was thinking is like we have like Lapalainen, and we see people that get plugged in up top, and they just look a lot better. It's like why is Dag so bad up there? Like why is he so detrimental to the full team when he plays in that position? It's the same kind of question I was thinking about when Rossi and Zawa came back. I'm like, how are those two guys completely flipping this team positively on its head or on its feet, I guess, or head?
Putting it
flips
back
on
to
their
our
head.
feet.
They do a lot of flipping. They're gymnasts. But I'm saying in the opposite, it was Dag. Like you put Dag on the field, and we all of a sudden take a huge step back. It's like, how does one player that's not like a 10
there's a
or
few
a 9
variables there, right? Like,
I don't know. I was like, man, it's like Zawa did save us a bunch, but we also went back to, I mean, how many passes did we have into the stats? We had 501. I mean, we were around 350 without Zawadzki and Rossi. Like, did they make up 100 passes between the two? No. I don't know. Like, I don't have an answer necessarily, except like, oh, they're really good, but I just don't know where you guys. I mean, it's just. I just think it's weird. It's just weird because it's like one or two players.
This team doesn't look
But
like a
they're not
championship
messy. It's not
team.
messy, you know what I
but
mean?
they look like they did before these guys got hurt, like earlier this year. So I'm glad they're back. We need them going into whatever playoff scenarios we're going to see. Maybe we can squeak out more than one game.
The stats, you're playing another playoff team, and looking at those stats, I mean, that's pretty impressive away for a team that wants all 3 points, that want to work their way up. They don't want to get stuck down in a playing situation, right?
Well, and I think we had mentioned it last week. It does make a big difference because if you're trying to run the Nazi system and you're trying to continue his possession-based play, having players like Rossi and Zawa on the field, I mean, we said it last week, like before, when you don't have Rossi and Zawa out there, you're looking at a mediocre MLS roster. And then all of a sudden you add Zawadzki, who is a U.S. men's national team call-up, Swiss Army knife.
Sure.
And then you add Rossi back up there, and you have a team that can actually possess. And Zawadzki holy mackerel, did he make a big difference in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, he was everywhere.
He stopped like 3 breakaways specifically.
Right.
There was even one at like 46 where the guy was in on goal. He got goal side of him, had him switched outside, and then poked the ball away and got fouled. And I was like, cool.
Right.
It's so sweet.
So his ability to do that, I mean, I think it was last week or the week before, we were just talking about, like, without these players, without Wesson Mabuelu, without Gastog, without Rossi, Zawadzki, you have a mediocre MLS roster.
This is our team. This is the team we've been watching all year.
But what I'm arguing, what I was kind of alluding to is, like, we looked good, like, kind of before we had Gazdag. Now we sub him. We don't have him on, and we bring like Lapalainen up top.
So yeah, let's talk about that. I mean,
and I'm having such a hard time because I know Gazdag is a good player. Like I get objectively he is a very good player. I just don't understand why he's so bad in this system, because this system promotes people who are good players. Am I crazy? Like I'm having such a hard time because I'm like, it's not like he's a bad player. Like this system rewards people who are naturally good at playing soccer. A quick jab at Aliou. He's not that good, and he looks bad when he plays in this system because he's not good at soccer. But like Dag is good, and he is making us worse. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand. Does anybody have insight into why that is? The only thing I can think, because like we put Picard out there, and he looks great. He is almost kind of the same player as Gazdag. He hustles a lot. He runs. He covers a bunch of ground. He's good on the ball. He doesn't appear to be goal oriented. Like he's not shooting. He's not really in on goal, but he's trying to create. There's a lot of overlap with him, and Picard looks great, and we're good with him. And then when Dag was in there instead of Picard, we were worse. And I'm like, I think objectively where they're at in their career, Gazdag is probably a better player, especially in the MLS. But we are worse as a team. It just doesn't make sense, is what I'm saying.
You sometimes the system can really shape how successful a player is, right? And you see it at all levels. You see it with everybody was fighting all summer in Europe to get Florian Wirtz, right, to Liverpool.
Sure.
And so far this season, he's
not
been
good. Yeah,
he's been crap.
Sure.
So it's one of those things that I know that wasn't inside the league, so that's a little different because you go from one league to another one. But it's again, going to another system can change like a player, tremendously. So I think it's yes, like we talked about, it might not be, he's playing a role that's probably not his best position. He might be better in, let's say, a 4-4-2 or like something more traditional like that, playing like a second striker up there or whatever it is. It's just, but he's still a good player. He's a higher quality player than the alternatives out there, but he haven't settled in really well in our system.
Well, and it's weird because Nancy, it feels like he's just been blindly starting him because of who he is. Until now, right. Like I like seeing that he decided to make a change and have him not start a match.
Sure, and when he got subbed on, he did look good, equal to, I mean, he wasn't the impact player, but he never is an impact player, at least not anymore. I would love to see him instead of Shambo in the middle. I think that's where I think he should pull a Nagby and be like, I'm older, I'm a little bit slower, I can't get in on goal, because we'll play him through, and like he never gets on the end of a ball. Like a 24-year-old will beat him to the ball every single time.
Yeah,
if he just took
a hate that.
Oh man, I think, and I don't think Shambo's been playing that great, and I think an 8 position with him would be, he hustles a bunch, he's good on the ball. I think that's a perfect match, and put like Taha ahead of him. Or, I mean, in a perfect world, like whenever we get everybody back, like we could have a very strong team. We need to, the back's a whole nother issue. But again, back to what I was saying earlier, like Moreira had, especially on second watch, an awesome game on defense as well as moving forward. And it's like the only change is Zawadzki, but I'm talking like he couldn't connect passes. like last game. We were like, what is happening? Like Nagby was missing stuff, and it's like you just bring Zawadzki back, and our stats are back through the roof, and it's like, what is it? And we didn't even talk about like halfway through the game, the weather was terrible. Like it was hard to play, and we just powered through it and still looked awesome. It was just the whole thing was just weird. I upon second watch, I'm just trying to like figure out like, all right, at second watch, I'm going to pay attention to where Zawadzki is, where Rossi is. And it didn't seem like that big of a change, but we were back to the way we were. And it's like, we're talking about an Orlando team who A, needed the points, and B, had won how many games in a row at home. Like they're extremely dominant at home. And we made them look like we played them off the field. I mean, it was 1-1, but it wasn't close.
Yeah. How close were we to, was it one of those we really deserved to win and just didn't get the 3 points?
The end of the game, Arfston had 2 open nets he missed. Fair play to him, like no shade thrown at him. He actually,
he had
the later half of the game, he was dominating Freeman. And Freeman is a great player, but he lost him a couple of times, like just basically fell over. But there was one where he was one-on-one with the goalie, and the goalie made a big save. Like, I mean,
Rossi was one-on-one with the goalie multiple times.
Yeah.
That Picard backheel pass to Rossi that got him in was a thing of beauty in the 39th minute.
Picard's going to be a special player. That's a good pickup. And I don't think I have it on here moving forward, but is Picard an Issa pickup? Does anybody know? I think, because I'm like, I throw a lot of shade at Issa, and I still am going to, but like that's a good pickup. Yeah. I think Picard is actually going to be a good pickup.
And note that this could potentially be a play-in matchup. I think we're going to cover that a little bit more a little later here, but
yeah.
What
I don't
about
know.
Schulte? Let's talk about Schulte.
For me, I am about, I think he's like third on my depth chart. I feel better with Bush. I think Hagen is actually a solid keeper and deserves a shot. The big thing for me is I think we are paying Schulte upwards of like $1 million. So he is the highest paid goalie. And I view him now, unfortunately, like Eloy Room, where he was like, we were like, he's not even trying for the ball. It's like, I mean, the goal was unacceptable. That was like a 40-yard shot that was coming in. Like he either needs to cover that or parry it left or right. And he just, I don't know, man.
It should be just go down and pick it up. I mean, like
it's routine.
He's straight on him on the ground.
He had some weird moments where he was out of position too, where he was like coming out too early and then just in no man's land. He was able to recover, but I don't know.
I think he has the greatest ceiling, but right now he's definitely not playing to the level that he needs to be. We've seen how he played, and we would say like a year ago that he should be starting for the US, and then he is like no discussion as starter. So he's going through just a bad spell right now.
I mean, Bush last game played out of his mind. And literally out of his mind. He probably had a concussion, and we need to talk about that because he got jacked in the head. I'm wondering
for
if
Schulte,
that was
70%. He had negative goals prevented.
Dude, he had a couple out of the back where he just gave it to the other team when we had guys open. Like he's also panicking at the back, like barely under pressure. Especially on second watch, I was taking down notes. I'm like, dude, something is up.
He got that call up to the men's national team and then got injured before he actually went to the men's national team. And since then, something has been off.
Yeah.
And yet he got the call up to the men's national team.
Yeah, but in Mauricio Pochettino's defense, I don't think he watches any of the players. I think he's just like, I think you said he's good. Let's call him on up. I mean, he called up 4 goalkeepers, so I'm not.
Yeah, and I think it's because Fries might be out with the head injury. I'm not sure, but also it could be what he needs. Right?
Sure,
it could be what he needs. He gets there, gets some confidence, gets some really high level practices in. And,
it worked for Arfston.
Maybe even minutes.
Yeah. Dude, ever since he's gotten called up, he has flipped a switch and he is a step over monster. Shout out Zawadzki, right? Didn't he say something about Didn't he call him out on Step Over Man or something?
Yeah, Step Over King or something like that.
What does Zawadzki didn't Zawadzki get hurt before the camp too? The last
he got hurt in camp.
In camp, like in practice before their last game.
Yeah, he was going to go play in Columbus, and then he got injured.
Yep. And his first game back, he is an absolute baller still. So
Arfston and Schulte get called up to the U.S. men's national team friendlies in October versus Ecuador and Australia, as well as former crew player Aiden Morris called up.
Yeah, pumped to see how he integrates into the squad. That's it. I mean, that number 6 position in the midfield for the U.S. is pretty deep.
I think I read this is the third to last U.S. men's national team gathering before the World Cup.
Yeah, I think they only have 3 other friendlies before this, unless they book more, but I don't know. Before we move on, I know we got to move on, but man, does anybody know what Jason Russell Rowe has done behind the scenes to make him anonymous in Nazi? Calling him into the game, because Aliou going back up there upon rewatch, you guys are going to hate this. Aliou played pretty well. Most of his touches were actually pretty good, but I still don't rate him. And I don't understand why at halftime they pull Lapalainen, who had a pretty good game.
When was the last time Russell Rowe played?
He got subbed in, I think, 2 games ago or something like that. And he looked pretty good for like 10 minutes. Like, he didn't look bad. I think he had like 2 shots. But Aliou, I say he's like a 3rd on the depth chart for wing, and then don't sub him in up top at all. Like, I don't understand
going on. It's just like he's either trying to get out or Nancy's just done.
He's probably getting worse at practice. Maybe he'll be better in game. It's like a yin and yang. You know what I mean? Like,
I did notice, he had some recent interviews too, but he seems like a good guy. Very low key, kind of, a little nerdy actually.
He's like ways. You can't hate him. Like,
and even when they had those EAFC cards, he's like, looking at the cards. Oh, okay, looking around. I got a lot of good teammates. Like, that was his comment. Like,
if that's your go-to instead of like all about me.
Yeah,
which maybe that's
a part of that problem.
Yeah, that's
too nice.
For a goal scorer.
We talked about that.
Yeah, he's Canadian. Sorry.
Yeah.
You mean sorry? Or how do you say it?
Yom Kippur. It's his holidays. Let's see. That's for all my Jewish friends out there.
So 0 of them.
Let's talk about Taha in the U20 tournament.
Yeah, so I watched the game today. Has anybody watched any of the other games that they played?
Highlights. Yeah.
Just highlights. So the U.S. played, I don't know, Bob Saget FC or something like that, New Caledonia, and beat them 9-1 or something like that. Then they played France, and he
subbed on for.
Yeah, and he had a goal in New Caledonia. He started against France, which was supposed to be the hardest team in the group, and they won 3-0. They scored all 3 goals after he came off the field. He came off at 75. They scored 81, and 2 in 88.
And 2 in the 88th?
Yeah. Which was a shock to everybody.
He kicked the ball on his way off the field, right? Toward the goal scorer. Is that what?
Yeah. Yeah. So he's pretty good. He needs to just he needs to come home. But they lost today 2-1 to South Africa. They look great, so they move on, so we won't have him until he comes back. Okay. So I'm not sure.
It depends. He might be back for the next game.
Yeah, because it's 2 weeks away, but depends how deep they run. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good experience for him.
Yeah. And there's some time. We have time. Let's read the internet.
Hello, Adam Hernandez here, fellow crew fan and Columbus-based artist, muralist, and designer. When I'm not making art, I'm looking at art. And when I'm looking at art, I want it to come to life. That's why I made my new augmented reality prints. What's an augmented reality print, you may ask? Well, I make my really cool psychedelic art come to life in the palm of your hand. Check out my website, ahernandezart.com, or at ahernandezart to learn more. They're really rad. ahernandezart.
So we talked about this earlier. This looks like, what is this? Reddit? Either
say that again.
Reddit.
Ribbit.
It's the frog Reddit.
Wise.
Either ring 6066 says the Union are laughing all the way to the bank. They dumped their all-time leading scorer who they knew was done. Tall took the bait. Union won the Supporters' Shield. Now we're left holding the dag. He said bag, but anyway. And B. Wilson. We know B. Wilson. Dr. B. Wilson.
Dr. Brian Wilson, who has since passed away.
Brian Barbara Wilson responded.
Barbara.
They also dumped. Hey, didn't the Beach Boys do Barbara Ann? Anyway, okay. They also dumped Curtin, Elliott, Bicklin, Carranza, Masterclass job by their front office. Was that the joke when you said Barbara last week? Was that a Beach Boys joke?
Say yes. That was Trey.
Yeah, of
It was
course.
Trey.
Yes, Trey.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of that song when you said Barbara Wilson?
Trey's big Beach Boy.
Actually, I am.
Which is fine.
But you haven't answered my question.
Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Defer. Barbara rang.
He's just not answering. All right. Let's move on. What do you guys think?
We kind of hit upon it. Yeah, they have did a good job, and Philly has been like that for years. They've been like next man up. They've been churning. They get a lot of good young talent coming through their program too. They always have a good academy. We see all the Sullivans and all those players coming through. I did hear they're talking about how, like, with Sullivan out now, they kind of wishes maybe they still had him, because now he would have been perfect to fill that role. But Sullivan kind of took over his role in that team.
That is Quinn Sullivan,
Quinn
of the
Sullivan,
Philadelphia
older brother.
Union.
Yep.
Torn ACL, I believe.
Yeah, torn ACL.
So that's gonna be a big miss for them.
Did not know that. When did that happen?
Yeah, this weekend.
Oh, I mean,
cool
was it for us, but
I think it was either midweek or last week.
Yeah.
But
also, you name your kid Quinn. Like, come on. Anyways,
okay.
To all our Quins, sorry.
Well, no, so the reason why I
brought to you
clipped
by
this,
Quince. It's the casual wear. It's always in the
For
drawer.
all five of you.
It's always the most comfortable. It looks good when you wear it. It breathes. It's an athletic fabric. Quince. This episode is by Quince.
Also, Squints.
The character
guy from that movie, Sandlot, who got to kiss a hot chick up top. All right. And then he married her, nailed it. Man, that guy rules.
All right.
No, the reason why I clipped this because, like, last week, I think the question or the comment was, yeah, MLS rewards teams for having like a big flip. And we were like, nah, not really. And then, like, this week, I see this and I'm like, dude, they dumped Elliott, Curtin, their coach. And so they grabbed the coach from St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but they won the cup and the reporter came up and was like, so, like, 16 months ago, you were dropped from St. Louis. Like, what do you think? And the guy looked at him and then just walked away and just shook his hand like, no, like, I'm not taking the bait. I thought that was, like, awesome. But also, like, why would you ask that? Why would that be the question you ask after you win the Supporters' Shield? Anywho, but we didn't do that, and we're getting bit now. So I'm like, well, looking at, McGlynn and Elliott and Gazdag and Carranza, like, those are good players. And I am kind of shocked they are where they're at.
But I don't think that supports that. I think that's just confirmation of a team that has done this for a while too. Like they just have been a quality program, and they have just a high level culture, because Philly has been good for the last 5.
Mm-hmm.
They won
6,
Supporters
7,
Shield in 2020,
and they went to a final too, right?
They lost to
LAFC.
The bail goal.
So, the broken leg game.
Oh yeah, the keeper.
Yep.
Man, that was
Grupo.
They also went 12-1-4 at home. Goal differential of 24, highest in the. Oh, nope. Vancouver's is higher with 25.
Well, what's funny is they said Indiana Vasiliev was the quote unquote replacement for Gazdag, and I looked it up, and as of last week, he only had 7 goals, and that's the same amount of goals as Russell Rowe, right? I'm having such a hard time number wise and stat wise with like how we're not playing him, and they're like, you know, I heard all the talking heads like, oh, Indiana Vasilyev's like, he's a new Gazdag, he's killing it. I'm like, we got a guy who can barely play and has the same amount of goals. I don't know.
Let's see what other stat we can find that he can point back to Russell Rowe.
What doesn't make any sense. It's like he's doing great.
He's bummed that the pirate thing didn't take off.
And now it's.
I'll go to my grave.
Russell.
Actually,
so I think you're. I mean, I hear what EtherRing 6066 is saying, but I don't see the correlation between them having a lot of success and us having Gazdag being a failure and us having a worse season. Like, there's things that come into play. I mean, injuries. Like, half of our good players have been missing for 2.5 months. And I mean, Philadelphia, yeah, they're reloading. They moved some players, but that was always going to be the case with Ernst Tanner. That's what he wanted to do. That's why he got rid of Jim Curtin, because he wanted to run it like he wanted to run it.
Sure.
So he brought in a new manager. He moved some people around that were more Curtin guys, and it's a very good job doing this. We had a different objective when we took Daniel Gazdag. He was supposed to be a player that's going to come in and score different goals for us, but he wasn't supposed to be the central figure. And our season hasn't failed because Daniel Gazdag.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even call it a failed season.
No, right, we're making the playoffs.
No, and it's a few degrees, right? We've gone back and we looked at our drop points. I think I covered it a little bit last week, and it's like it's at some point we could have been very, very comfortably high up, and we could have afforded having a slump, and it wouldn't take us all the way.
Yeah, Philly
deep, right?
Philly ties 3 games instead of wins, and they're like 4th place now. Like,
I
it's
think
super
I did
tight.
a count.
I
Like
that.
I could argue going back and just give us credit for like half of the game where we just dominated and just couldn't find the winner and had a little bit of bad luck. We took half of those, and we would be like almost all the way up there in the top 4.
Well, so
I would have taken McGlenn.
I will say, and I had this thought when Trey was doing his game summary. My thought now, my mentality has changed. When Herrera scored that first goal, if it's 2023, even 2024, it's like, you know, get the ladle out, we're ready to pour it on. But like these days, you get the first goal, I don't know if we're gonna get another one. And
you put the ladle away.
I put that away. I put it in the dishwasher. And I start.
Go
the
ladle, get.
I start the cycle. I know I'm not gonna need it. It's concerning that I don't know that we can reliably produce goals right now, and so
no, that's our main problem.
It's just if we kind of know we're gonna give one up too, right? It's like we're gonna make a mistake. We talked for a while about how we want to score first, like scoring first in the first half hour or whatever. It means you still got to play for an hour and not give up a goal.
Or 2 minutes.
Yeah,
just play for 2 minutes, dog.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting. It's like, you know, they take Supporter Shield, they dump half their team. Beginning of the season, everyone was saying like, "Oh, they're washed. This is a rebuilding year," and it's like, they know they did a good job, and like we took a bunch of secondhand players and that just kind of got bit.
Good for them. We may be seeing them very soon.
Yeah. At current, we have 20 goals less than we had last season.
Wow.
And we also let in 10 more goals.
Right. So not that much worse on defense. I think it was just offensive production has been our bane this year.
10 goals is quite a bit, though. If we could take off 10 goals in some of these games this year.
The blind man wasn't blind, he could see.
Yeah, the ladle was a little deeper. Let's go to the next one. Crew owner Jimmy Haslam.
Boo! But thanks for saving us. But boo! But thanks for saving us.
Says MLS, quote, put a better product on the field. Put a better product on the field. to grow viewership.
Yeah, so I've read this thing. I don't know if we're gonna read what he said, but
Yeah,
he was
he
talking.
No. I do headlines only, dog.
Yeah.
Welcome to facts.
So he was talking about. Yeah, he's talking a little bit about promotion and relegation too in there as well. I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think to his.
What do you
point-
say to that? For it or against it?
That
he
it
just
could
talked
happen
about
in the
what
future.
could happen in the future. He didn't close the door on that.
Oh, what
for
did
him.
he say to it?
But I don't agree with him.
Okay.
I think the product on the field has continuously increased.
Jimmy,
It's getting better and better. There's no
has
doubt.
them.
Yeah,
Put a better product
we
on
sit
it.
there and we watch the games. We go to the games, and if I'm going to turn back time and go 10 years back and looking at the leagues and looking at the players we have and looking at the, it is night and day.
Yeah,
so we
for
go in
sure.
the right
I agree.
direction, and that is not the problem. But I think the problem is two things, and I think you all have covered it too. And we had a little chat about this. Was the behind the paywall, right? So that's one thing is you only have the people that
Sure.
already
It's
care
finite.
is the only ones that are going to, it's finite.
This is the third
Especially in
year
a
of a
year.
10-year contract. With
Yeah,
that.
and you have like a Messi. Like this year, you could put Messi games on TV. I'm sure that would help the numbers like dramatically.
They put some
And
of the games on TV.
Yeah, they do some of them, but it's kind of random. That's not like,
But it's not local. That was the big thing they talked about earlier. Is there is no local broadcasts like Bally's or something like that. That
wasn't better though. I would say that was
100%. That was so
I
much
agree.
worse.
And I think we're in the minority, at least as far as like loud voices on the internet. I don't think that was a better idea. I like the Apple stuff.
No, but what I don't like about the Apple stuff is when you go in and turn on a game and you go in and flip over from either EPL or you flip on from NFL game or whatever else and you put it onto the MLS game, you can see right away the production is down a huge step. It's
Right.
like D2 college ball, right? It's like the announcers aren't really great. The whole build up around the games are very kind of basic, and it's even the camera angles. We talked about the beauty cams and things like that, and it's the production itself. It's like feels like done by people that is not doesn't care about understanding soccer, right?
So
we talk about
think,
showing the sideline when somebody's scoring, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think you have a good point. I think
interesting.
The way I have thought about it is for it to kind of be what Jimmy is saying, it has to be appointment viewing. We all turn on Sunday evening or Monday night football or Thursday night football or college football at 7:30. It's the big matchup. It's the big game coming. If you can turn on 12 o'clock on Saturday for college game day.
They're playing in Europe now just to get a 9:30 game.
Right.
So you can watch
but you have to have a reason for people to want to tune into the games. And it's not necessarily the two teams that are playing on the field. It is the production. It's the show. It is Kate Abdo. It's Jamie Carragher. It's Thierry Henry for the Champions League games.
Yep.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with 360. And I like 360.
Which is fine, except for when there has to be something that the general public, not just Apple viewers, want to turn into and have a reason to turn into. And the actual video, like Mort was saying, needs to be much better. There's a reason why the EPL has been so successful with NBC.
I would be interested to know how the numbers for like an Apple, like Miami game versus I don't know. I don't know if it's just the sport hasn't taken off in America versus all the stuff you're saying, like production and people on the field. Messi, I hate it. You could scream all you want in your car, but Messi has been a net positive for the sport.
Sure. And so was Beckham.
Yep.
Sure.
And these big names coming in are very, from an ownership point of view, they're very good tools.
Yeah.
To increase viewership, to increase revenue,
which costs them money. So it's like pay the money to the players to get.
I just personally like if you're telling me like what is going to grab the average American fan not somebody who is already a fan of a team. Like the average American, what are they going to tune in for? Why do they want to?
I haven't had time.
I don't have an answer.
I haven't had time to watch games outside of the crew in a long time, just because of my life. But before that, say 10 years ago or a little more, I would watch EPL on a Saturday morning.
But we couldn't watch other MLS teams.
And maybe we couldn't. Maybe I would have if I could have. And so that's
I don't know.
That's a variable that I don't know. But I would highly doubt that there are soccer fans sitting around watching the crew in the current format. Whereas if there was like some kind of, as Trey said, like appointment viewing, where it's like we're going to do 3 games on a Saturday and highlight these games and kind of make more of a showcase out of the league. Maybe you pick up some new eyeballs that way. The Apple thing's great for fans. We've talked about this 100 times. It's great for fans. You tune in, you watch when you want. It's awesome. But to grow, you need a different model, or I think an additional
right.
model.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say as an additional, especially like the college game day stuff. If you had a traveling foursome, fivesome that would come around to the big appointment games, that would be huge. You know, like when college game day shows up at Ohio State, it's huge. Even at Ohio State, Ohio State doesn't need college game day.
Men in Blazers thing.
Well, and Men in Blazers does is it NBC? Is it Men in Blazers that does the traveling?
NBC does a lot of the heavy lifting for the EPL.
NBC
for the
have
EPL.
support. They have the supporter. What do you call it? The fair or whatever they call it. Every once a month.
Yeah, and they travel around. They're in New York. They're in Chicago. They're in whatever city.
Latest one. Yeah.
And these are for games that are over in England.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and yet people tune in to watch that and watch their team play.
Aside from the TV deal and all that, why is Jimmy Haslam saying that the league needs to be better and he's not spending more money on the crew?
I think that's
my question. That actually perfect question. That's the reason why I posted this, because I was like, this points to him going, I'm willing to pay to get more people in, because we were really successful with Cucho, right? Like everyone was talking about the crew, get him in, yada, 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 which makes me think it goes to Issa like, hey man, pocketbooks are open. And Issa goes, okay, cool, Nancy, we can spend. And he goes, I want a smaller team. I think now this whole thing kind of points to Nancy being the one going, we don't need to sign these people.
I have never felt like the Haslams are stingy.
Aware of the crew?
Well, just stingy in general. They're not
doing
the thing where you buy the most expensive house on the block and then you're like, like we're not spending 30 million, we're not doing the messy thing or whatever. But like, I have not seen any indication that they're not willing to like pay for the kinds of players that they want historically.
Yeah. So that message on down through the brass makes me think like a couple of pods ago, we were like, where's the blame? Like we were on Issa going, you didn't get anybody. We didn't have depth, yada, yada, yada. It makes me think that Nancy was kind of at the helm of this going, I don't need more people. I don't want more people right now. I got the guys I need. And then
everybody got injured.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
So when we're looking at blame,
it's
like,
thing.
No. And I'm beginning to think based on reading some of this stuff, like, I don't really think it was Issa going like,
I'm going to read between the lines on this one and say that I don't think this is necessarily aimed at, the top 4 or 5 clubs that are actually making moves and spending money.
Right.
This is probably aimed at the 70% of the league that doesn't. The New York Red Bulls, the DC Uniteds, the Houstons,
NYFC,
the Montreal, the Vancouver. Well, Vancouver's been a little
RSL
bit of money,
historically has been
right.
Colorado, maybe.
So I think this has more to do with put a better product on the field. Isn't saying the whole product is bad. It's saying the ones at the bottom really need to increase. Otherwise, something like ProRel would probably be a good idea, because then they're going to have to spend money.
Yeah, I think it's the old adage where it's like, what is it? Rising tides raise
Lift
all
boats.
ships or something. I don't know. I'm pretty smart. I was a doctor.
Yeah, tall and skinny of it. No.
Yeah. So basically, it's like if everyone else invests money, it raises the whole league. Ergo, more money gets shifted in, and we can. And then Columbus can finally get Messi when he turns 52.
Because why does Fox want to highlight a game between
I think we should go for
Houston and
Dempsey.
DC United?
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid. Oh no, I want Landon.
Oh yeah.
I want Eddie Gavitt.
Much more aerodynamic.
I want Landon's hairpiece.
That's my favorite, man.
You see that video?
Yeah.
What a good-looking 23-year-old.
All right. We got our bird summary, last game of the season, Camacho edition.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's do it. We'll be right back.
This episode of the Upper 90 Club is brought to you, as always, by Supporter Supply Company. Hi, friends, this is your good pal Morgan Hughes, here to talk to you about a serious issue facing 96% of all crew supporters in Columbus. Why, not enough free shipping, of course. For a limited time now, through the eventual heat death of the universe, Upper 90 Club listeners can use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z on the end of it, at checkout for free delivery on absolutely any order over $10. But Morgan, what if I order $10 worth of stickers, or those goddamned buttons, or some other combination of small items that make you want to kill yourself? Will the free shipping still apply then, even as you curse our family, while you package up our little tiny annoying ass order for us? Of course it will. That's just how much we here at Supporter Supply value our friends at the Upper 90 Club. So head on over to supportersupply.co and use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z at checkout for free shipping on all your orders over $10. And don't forget to tell them that your friends at the Upper 90 Club sent ya.
Hey everyone, and thanks for having me again. Carlos here to speak about the Crew 2. It was our last game of the season this Sunday. We played at Lower.com Field against the Chicago Fire 2. First, I wanted to say thank you for everyone who showed up. I can't, but it was nice to watch the game and hear the chants and then see the picture afterwards with the whole team and the fans on the stands. Really appreciate it. If you have any ideas on how we can make it better, the fan experience as a CapyBrava, we're always willing to listen. Like talk to us on Instagram or on Blue Sky, or if you have Discord, find us on the Discord. The game ended 3-3. Chicago started by scoring 2 goals, and as we all know, that's the most dangerous lead in soccer. So, of course, the Cappies came back to tie it at the second half. Of the first goal was scored by Chase Adams on the first half, and then Wood scored twice. Once with a beautiful goal by Nico Rincon. Actually, yeah, first goal by Nico Rincon, and then eventually the game would go 3-2 to Chicago with an own goal scored, unfortunately, by Gianmarco Di Noto. And then Kevin Bambo, who keeps impressing me, now has 6 goals in 6 games. He scored a tying goal at the 86 minutes to take it to the PKs. Unfortunately, the Chicago Fire 2 would take the extra point. Not that it matters all that much. We did miss 3 penalty shots during the PKs, and so the Cappies finish with their worst campaign in history. They finish up with only 22 points, 5 wins, 6 draws, and 17 losses, which is bad. So happily, we didn't get the wooden spork. Sporting Kansas City 2 only got 17 points. They had 19 losses, and that works to our behalf. It was a frustrating season. It was a season where it wasn't as nice to watch. It was a season where we felt like the front office didn't help us as much. We didn't really care as much about getting people in the stands or signing games. If you can remember the beginning of the season, I think it took over a dozen games before we even had a full bench. So many games that we played with the bare minimum of players allowed by rules to start a game. So hopefully next year will be better. Hopefully we can bring guys like Bembo and Kone and Willis and so forth, who Palacios as well, who played so well for us. We can start with a good base, and I'm happy to speak more about it. What we've learned from this season and what we hope for the next season. So yeah, let me know if you want to hear more. And thank you everyone who listens to the segment, and thank you to the Upper 90 guys for giving me a platform to talk about the Cappies. And yeah, have a good one.
We're back. Thanks, Bird.
We are going to have, we didn't talk about this. I bought a poster and we are going to write sweet, sweet love songs to him during our tent extravaganza in 2 weeks. So if you have a message for Bird, who puts in a lot of work, he makes as much as we do on this podcast, which is $. So he does it out of the kindness of his heart. So we're going to write a bunch of stuff. Don't draw penises. I know you want to do it. I'm looking at you, Haas. Don't do it.
Yeah. And so was that their last game?
Camacho's back.
For Two's last game, Camacho is back. It was starting lineup. Camacho. Did he get a yellow card?
I know. Chase Adams got double digits on the season.
He played a half.
1 half. And they
scored 2 goals.
Yes, not great. So I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but you just heard from Bird, so
okay. All right. Nice. And then you said we're gonna be outside the game on the 18th.
We're gonna give away all sorts of stuff. I need to this week. I'm hitting up
Ben's
all
house.
The people
He's
that I know
getting one of those
like,
pods outside of his house. And
jeez, I have so much.
Pack it all up. Bring it on down. Okay. Let's do our rundown.
Yeah, it's a rundown. We're coming to town. It's a rundown. Okay. What we're gonna do is a rundown. Down, rundown.
We last week, our run club ran 1,438 miles. Remember last week we were in Doha,
good job, everybody,
in Qatar. 1,438 miles is in Khartoum, Sudan, the Sudan. Which leads me to tell you that we are in Africa. It's our third, fourth continent.
Africa.
Oh, I was gonna do
Sudan.
It's gonna
Isn't
take
that
a lot
Ahmed?
to get
where Ahmed's
away
from?
from you.
Way from you.
Yeah. That one is in your that one's in your Q zone, Ben.
Little pitchy. It's in my Q zone.
Not for me though. Not for me. Khartoum is where. Do you know that's where Ahmed was from? Sudan. They got like.
Yes, that's what I said earlier, right before this.
Oh, you did say it. I didn't hear that. Okay.
Wasn't he snuck out during like the Civil War?
He's no. I think they moved to London. Yeah, they moved out for refugee purposes.
Yeah, refugees.
I think he went to London maybe, and then to
that explains his accent.
Akron. Anyway,
that also explains his accent.
All right. I wanted to mention Ahmed so that I could add more songs to our playlist.
Love that.
So I'll add
his last record is a bop.
Running.
Yeah, we already got that one on
That's
there.
The best song
I was going to add
opinion.
Sudan. It's an awesome song. Okay. Let me do our top 10. Summer Kellogg 53 miles, Jane Ludwig 52, Chase Moore, Haas's cousin-in-law.
Twice removed.
Yeah.
Uncle Puppet.
I was going to try and make it funnier, but I can't. It's 50 miles for Chase. Phil Cogley putting up 44 miles. Is he running the nationwide with us?
Oh, yeah.
He is? Awesome.
Oh, yeah, he's probably doing the full.
So let's get back to that, though. Are you are not running? You're hurt. What's going on?
I'm running.
You're going to run. Just hurt.
It's just like slower than normal, which is also like already slow.
Okay. Could you get some of those shoes that have like wheels in them?
Wheelies?
Heelys.
Yeah, let's say Wheelies.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
And I could just like push you on the butt.
Yeah. Wait, if it's the butt, then I'm definitely getting them.
Push you with your butt.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of good ideas coming around. Let me write these down.
All right. Chad Kellogg with 42 miles. Paco.
Kellogg's again representing.
Yeah, they're putting up the miles. And I'm glad to see them doing it separately. Not like the
finally
the twins.
Stop being in love is what we're saying.
I mean the twins. You remember the twins?
Yeah. The Carpenters.
The
Carpenters.
Carpenters.
But also the the twins.
Not the band, which is
we
also
can also
on the
add
playlist.
to the playlist.
It's already on the playlist because
is it?
Yeah.
Good for us.
Yeah, Nate.
I love that we're gonna play a bunch of music that are all inside jokes that will just not
no one's
register
gonna
with,
get it.
Anybody.
No one's gonna remember it.
It was like, was that Limp Bizkit after the Carpenters? It's like, yeah, dog. It's the Bernardi Club. They're wacky.
They're running 12-minute miles. That guy's on Heelys. Getting pushed in the butt. Did you hear me say Paco?
Yeah, dude.
I thought someone was like, there you go. All right. Emily Clark with 41 miles. I don't recognize Emily. Anyone know Emily? No.
Nope.
All right. Welcome to the club. Brian Fowler at 38, Kevin Thompson at 38, and Troy at 37.
I'd be interested. I saw Troy post a bunch of stuff. I think those were all hikes, and I think his elevation was probably like 40,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
just mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mountain boy,
El Capitan. Okay,
he did celebrate a dog's birthday, and a bunch of people put him on like a magic carpet, and they brought him out.
The dog?
I'll have to send it to you. Yeah,
or Troy.
It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you have to know Troy, but this all checks out.
I think I won the pod, but I won by what appears to be 0.11 miles.
Dude, did you just update yours?
Yeah.
Did you just walk and got a drink?
I walked around the block with my family tonight and I uploaded.
You jerk.
I wasn't tracking it. I'm not a psycho like you.
No. I just saw it earlier and I didn't see your name and I was thinking, hey, I might be the winner.
Yeah, I'm just seeing here that I put up 18.09 miles last week and Moore put up 17.98 miles. It's like, this is what, 100 yards or so.
And I last night I parked like a mile and a half away from High Stadium and I forgot to like put it on my watch. I would have had like 3 more miles.
Yeah, but Heelys. You know
Heelys, yeah. I wouldn't count it with my Heelys, is what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then, we're going to do our run. We're doing our half marathon in a couple weeks. So we'll see you guys there. The other thing we want to say is Mike Cornell needs a bib. So if anyone has any connections,
sloppy eater.
If anyone has any connections, if you know Mayor Ginther, he's still the mayor, right?
Hard to say.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's get Mike a bib.
Not my mayor. I vote, or probably my mayor, actually.
All right. So let's go through the predictions.
Yeah.
Haas, let's talk about the listeners first.
So we had Caleb Schultz, E. Nui, and Jason Hoover all get correct score predictions.
E. Nui is a force.
Yeah. And someone hit us up. I think it was Hoover. It was like, hey, who's tracking this? It's probably Ben. And I'm like, actually, no, it's Haas.
Yeah.
So we're not actually tracking if you're going to win or not. And we've got some things we're going to talk about as far as moving forward with this type of stuff. It's still 1st to 3 this season.
We've got 4 people with 1 after our last reset.
Yeah, so pump the brakes, boys and girls.
So we'll go into the playoffs.
I'd like to know all-time correct predictions for E. Nui. He's got to be up at like 10.
He's got to be up top of the leaderboard.
Yeah. He's won twice.
He needs to put that good juju out moving forward and just be like, 3-0 crew. And I'd be like, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's his fault that this season has been lackluster, I think.
Is it Issa Tall? Do you think it's Nancy? Or do you think it's Inui? Or do you think it's the owners? It's like, actually.
Yeah. All right. Keep doing your predictions. We have at least 2 more opportunities to get some correct predictions this season.
Right.
Mort, how is our table looking for us?
Yeah. We did mention this on the top that we did have a perfect pick within the team or within the pod, and that is Haas. So he's extending his lead by getting 3 points. I still get 1 point, and Ben still get 1 point because we predicted losses 2-1 and 3-1. So we get 1 point each. So what that means is Haas have cemented his position pretty much as number one. As
I'm trying to catch 2-1 bot.
Yeah, he tried to catch 2-1 bot. Nice. Yeah, you're pretty close. With 27 points, I'm in second place with 21. Ben has 17. Mars is in the basement and will probably definitely wear that green jersey.
Yes.
And then Trey has 19 points.
How many does Mars have? I have 17. He has 13. So I'm like 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario. Yeah, I'm like
2.5 games.
I'm gonna be wearing that jersey.
I don't know, man. I have a feeling you're gonna catch me in the next 2 games, and I'm gonna be like, "Deck on it, crap."
We'll see.
And I'll dress like a clown, and then Trey will be freaked out.
Okay, so then we're playing Red Bull. They're out.
Yep.
But
first time, and they had the record, right? So they were saying like they had the record for most continuous
seasons without an MLS Cup.
It was like
all professional sports, I believe. They had the longest standing record.
Oh, wow.
And guess who has the newest, longest standing record with 6?
Orlando.
Concrete jungle. Where Orlando is made of. Khartoum is made of.
Yeah. It's the face I have to make to hit that note perfectly, I might add.
So, okay. All right. Well, so are you guys ready to do your predictions? All right. Let's talk about D's.
I don't know. I thought I
You got to think about that.
I'm already sweating.
Man, I don't even know. Like,
Buckle up, Buttercup.
My tongue is sweating.
I'm not good at doing things.
You're dumb.
Ben, you said. And you just secured yourself not a green jersey next year.
Yep.
Okay. Let me
playoffs.
Ben, you said 3-1 Kruka Jungle where Pee-wee and Pee-wee.
P. Edwards.
P. Edwards is made of 12-minute mile incoming.
That actually is not in the tune of that
mule.
song. Yeah, I forgot they used to call me the mule because I was so slow. 12-minute mile incoming from the mule.
Oh, I thought it was still on the chorus.
So yeah, if you see us at the half marathon and you want to speed walk it, you can come find me, and we will tub it up in the back. Which isn't the first time I've said that sentence today.
All right, let's see. Mort, you said Crew New York Red Bull 3-1. We need a proper showing for the fans. LFG.
That's right.
Which means Little Friendly Giant.
Little Friendly Giant.
A lesser known book by
Little Friendly
Guy.
Trey, you said 2-1 Crew secures the play-in game at home in LDC against GGG.
You think they're losing?
No, they're gonna be.
So
they're
is
gonna
that
play
is
away
the, is,
to Nashville?
is the
That's what's gonna
subtext
happen.
there that if Chicago wins, they host? Like if they win and we win, they host a play-in game. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying I think we're going to end up in 8th and they'll be in 9th.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Hawes, you said, man, got a lot of 3-1s here.
So weird.
Hawes, you say 3-1 Crew picking up steam heading into the playoffs on the way to our next MLS Cup. Nice. Good joke.
There is a line if Ali comes back and everyone's healthy that I feel like we could make a solid run at the cup. That's Nancy's fault.
Assuming no additional injuries was the subtext.
Caveat.
Right. Caviar.
Cut this, Ben. Who is typing? Who is
Sorry, it was me.
feverishly typing over there?
This time it was me, but earlier it was Trey.
Okay.
Trey's got clicky types.
I was trying to do 2-1 bot.
Okay. Oh, understood.
Yeah, I should have put it on mute. I'm usually pretty good at putting it on mute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've got a lot of clicky
Right.
computers.
Uncut.
Also including myself.
And I said 3-1. Crew Creek Jungle is made up. It's like, I think we got to kill that joke. If we're
I'm gonna, dude. When I latch onto something, it is
Trey
it is
done.
difficult.
He's so done.
Yeah, it is becoming to be difficult.
It's a bit much.
It's
Right.
it's
No.
in my body.
Here,
now.
you can cut this in. Then you can splice out what I just said and just say my prediction is 3-1. Crew Creek Jungle is made up.
Maybe we can just say it like that. But yeah, so and we'll get into this next week. So Nashville plays at home against Inter Miami. So that, that could go either way, to be honest. Chicago plays at New England. New England is a D2 like high school team, so I don't think they're going to have a problem. And who else is it? Orlando plays at Toronto, who is also the rival school to the D2 team that's in England.
Little Sisters of the Poor. Yeah.
That we couldn't beat.
Yeah, those two teams are garbage. So, I mean, we've got to. I don't know. Anything could happen.
They play Vancouver before that on the 11th.
Oh, that's right. They also have an extra game in hand.
Orlando
Vancouver's
does.
hot. Yeah, Vancouver.
So hot right now.
Malaysian.
Okay, so
no,
we
it's
have
at home. It's in Orlando.
We have next week off for international break. The U.S. is putting in 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll touch on it. Especially if you're not running the pod, I'm running
not.
it.
I'm
It's
gonna
going to
be
be
out.
like,
I'm gonna be
man,
out.
I'm going to
Gonna
talk
get
about
the U.S. depth chart.
Oh man, US 2.
Can't wait to hear about it.
US Academy.
Who's gonna be Daddy Yankee for that pod?
I think Daddy Yankee's coming.
You're gonna call him in.
I should.
If he can't make it, you know who a good second pick would be?
Adam Hernandez at ahernandez.com.
That didn't make the cut, but that is what happened, right?
Yeah, I felt. Yeah, there were some things. Yeah,
You
there's
can
always
cut
some
this
things
too,
said. There's always some things said, or I'm just like, I don't know how that.
Yeah,
I don't know how
all
people
right.
are going to respond to that.
Okay. Well, so we'll see in 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Oh,
and
so
then
excited.
we're gonna do the game. We're gonna do the race, and then we'll
You're
just
gonna do
record
2-1
that
bot?
night. The 2-1 bot. Go ahead. Go on. 2-1 bot. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Well, I typed on my keyboard already, so we have to do it now.
Yeah, everyone knew you were typing on your keyboard because we could hear you.
Yes.
Sound like
So-
Wayne
I was like, is someone
Zelensky
walking
over
around
there.
upstairs in high heels? Yeah.
All right, 2-1 bot says. Prediction. Columbus Crew will beat New York Red Bulls 2-1 because you can't outpress a team that builds pressure for a living. The Red Bulls will roll into lore.com field acting like their high press is a personality trait, but Columbus will remember August and last year's playoff sting, and they will be ready to return the favor in front of a packed, roaring Nordic. In the 24th minute, Wessam Abu Ali, he's back, he's risen, with power in the opener, outmuscling 2 defenders, whilst he's clocking overtime at the factory. Put in the clocking thing, I like that.
Yeah, Wessam take the wheel.
The crowd will erupt, and New York's press will start looking more like panic. The Red Bulls will claw back a scrappy equalizer because chaos is the only tactic they know, but it won't last. In the 78th minute, Diego Rossi will cut inside and bury a curler so clean it'll make Red Bull Arena go silent from 500 miles away.
Good news, it's not at Red Bull Arena. Oh, well, okay.
And
It was otherwise not silent because
The
there
final
was
score-
There's like
a
somebody
convention
working on the
going
grass.
there. Yeah.
Guys just out there working on the grass like, ah! Oh!
So obviously the final score, Columbus 2, New York 1. Moral, Red Bull gives you wings, but Columbus gives you reality.
Wins.
And wins.
It would have been wins.
This is why I feel safe with AI. It's like, They can't even get their
That's
puns
a given.
correct. Like they're not going to bomb us.
They being the robots.
Correct.
Him.
Robots.
That's what I mean, Morty. They have no souls.
He is
That's
robots. Okay. All right. Good job, 2-1 bot. I think 2-1 bot actually won this season.
Yeah.
Not yet.
We'll see how it plays out. If it's,
Over Haz's dead body. Also, don't make it his dead body. I really like it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and then I know you'll do.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, y'all.
But we won't see you next week.
But I will see you with my eyes in human form.
No, keep talking.
I gotta
No,
go.
this is
robot
good.
form.
I gotta go. Go crew. Where's the garlic bread? I love you, Del Rio.
It's
I will.
garlic bread time.
Morton combat.
Thanks everyone for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week, even in the off season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go crew! I want you, Ben, instead of keeping that in, just say, just splice in the, put in a silence after you say a scorpion killed my aunt, and then go, thoughts and players. Because that's the transition.